Hey y'all, so today we're doing a reading on how does your social media platforms view you. Before we start, your outlook is the most important outlook. Well, it's the only outlook that really matters. So if we find any negativity in here, I'm talking about them, period. I don't care. I'm talking about them. And yeah, so I just wanted to let you know ahead of time. Because I don't want you to feel anything. I don't want you to feel any sadness from how others view you, because they only see you through social media and they have no idea who you really are, unless you're like showing all of you, which if you is, that's your business. But their opinion still don't matter because they don't personally know you and they can catch these hands. All right now. So today how I'm going to lay the cards out is I'm going to shuffle them on camera. That way you guys can see me doing it. And then I'm going to get all the pals together and then do the reading like that. But I'll have timestamps, so don't worry. That way you don't have to wait and watch me shuffle unless you're curious if I'm full of shit. You know. Yes, that's what I want to say. Hopefully you're not watching me and thinking I'm full of shit, because that's weird. I noticed that people on social media, like, they will watch you and not like anything, but they be liking you. It could be that they're just intimidated, or that they don't like your ass and they just want to watch. Weirdos. Okay. For group one, spirit guides, guardians, goddesses of the past, how does their social media view them? So, how does group one social media platform view them? Social media platform. Computers, we got the first card for you guys. And I don't do reversals, by the way. This is the first card for group one. You know what, group one? They look at you a lot of different ways at this rate. Because all of these cards coming out, they don't know what to think. Which is cool. Keep them confused. They both hit it. How does group one social media platforms view them? I don't know what we... This song is saying you're so goddamn pretty. So your social media platform, people might view you as pretty. This is the second card that I got. And then this is the third card that I got. I'm going to go ahead and move to this deck. Ooh. Alrighty, so group one. Oh, sorry. Okay, so the first card we have is the Eight of Swords for deck one. And for me, I really don't see like any victim mentality or self-imposed thoughts that's preventing you from moving forward. But this is usually what the Eight of Swords mean. Or maybe people see that you can't really enjoy a relationship because you have like negative thoughts on how relationships should be. Or you could be someone that lives like freely and not really care about what onlookers think about you and your relationship. You could be in a relationship and you really don't care how others view your relationship, because you're gonna do exactly what you want to do because you're grown. And you can just tell the truth about your relationship, and people might not like that. They may think that if you spoke about anything negative in your relationship, that you have a victim mentality instead of somebody that survived. And that's exactly, I feel like that's exactly what you did. You survived. If you went through anything that was dark, that you survived, and you just spoke out about your relationships in your past, and the tragedies that you could have went through. So yeah, that's what I see for this first card. Or they could see that you like to show your skin or show off your relationship. And they could speak negative on it. Actually, they could be hating. You know how people is. They be like, oh, she pretend happy. They probably not happy in real life. They just showing that to social media because they dusty asses over there, sad and depressed for free, because it ain't got nothing to do with you, right? And then we got King of Summer. That boy Fonzie. He look extra fly, extra nice, like playing no games. You could be somebody that play no games. You speak your truth without any type of hesitation, which is very good. I like. So you could be viewed as somebody who speaks your truth and don't really care about what other people have to say. You could be honorable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted. People could view you as a romantic person. So like I said, you could do things with your spouse and not regret it and not care about what others think. You could just show it off just because you can. Okay, so it says a romantic partner you can trust. Excellent advice that comes from the heart. Getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavor. So you could be very creative. You could dress very well. You could be somebody that you speak very maturely. So you're not really childish on your social media platforms. You tend to speak about things that's important. You give off a very honorable presence on your social media. So people could be intimidated by that. So if you're ever wondering why people aren't really liking your stuff or coming in on it, because you could have an intimidating presence because you speak the facts and you speak the truth. And for some reason, that's not very common for people to speak out on things that really have a meaning. But you also could come off as a warm-hearted person. So when you do speak about things that have meaning to it, you speak about them because you want things to change or you want things to improve. So people can still see the kindness in you, but they could always be blinded by other things and their own self-imposed thoughts of how you would respond to them. So, that happens. People can see that you have good connections, which is something that also could make them think that they're not good enough, basically, to talk to you. So, you do like to show reciprocation. If someone even says something crazy or funny or silly, you respond to it. You might have to think about it for a little bit, but you still respond to it, because the whole point of you speaking about things that's relatable or things that could help make a change is for people to evolve. So you don't want to make someone feel unwanted. That's probably where they see the warm-heartedness at. So you could be stern, you could be dominant, you could be an outspoken person, but at the same time, you're still a person that makes people feel invited and wanted if they do try to connect with you, because a lot of people won't try to reach out to you just because they don't know how you will respond to them. And then the next card we have is the Union card. That's such a pretty card. And of course, Union is all about connections. This lady also has like a balance of fire and earth. So you could have a lot of fire and earth in your chart. She also looks like she's really good with animals. Well, it's fire, water, earth. So it's all of the zodiac signs here. So I'm going to read about this card. Like I said, the card that you had right before this was connection, and Union, of course, is all about connection. So it says wholeness, marriage, unity, connection, interrogation, harmony, alignment, and peace. So that will go along with you being with your spouse and not really, showing it off basically on your social media platforms. Okay, and integrity, and it's the same thing basically as being honorable. Of course, Union is all about coming together, connecting. Marriage, like I said, you could be with a spouse on your social media platforms, and you can show that off because you deserve to. Also, Let me read it to you. It says wholeness, marriage, unity, connection, integration, harmony, alignment, peace. So connection, you already got that card. So yeah, they definitely see that you have connection and you come into union with multiple people, or your spouse, of course. All right, let me read the key phrases. It says unity and wholeness. Harmony arises when we are in alignment. Of course, like I said before, you talk about different topics to help other people evolve and help other people grow. So you bring awareness to different topics that most people probably wouldn't talk about just because they're trying to keep a certain image. It says a path. It says a path that marries science and spirituality. Duality creates separation. The marriage of body, mind, and soul. All is connected. Complete self-acceptance. Do not dominate or be submissive. At the center is the void. You are a temple. Worship within. Fear and need. Cornerstones of dependency. So this card union basically talks about all of the stuff that we talked about previously, like that we already went over. So it's not really there's no real reason for me to keep saying the same thing because it's getting repetitive now, just because it's all about you. So if it's all about you, it seems like after a while the cards are going to keep coming out with the same meaning. Then the next card we have is I surrender. So you live in your truth. With I surrender, you could be someone that's spiritual and you show off your spirituality without question, of course. So with this card, it basically says that you don't really worry about things. You trust in the divine. You surrender. You know that you can't control all things that come to you. So you don't try to, just because that's probably going to work against you or cause you to be in an Eight of Swords mindset. So your social media platform could view you as somebody who's dependable, who's honorable, who has deep connections, who has a spouse that you love and that you don't mind showing off. You don't mind talking about deep conversations or deep topics that people usually don't talk about. And you also go with the flow. You surrender to the divine. You surrender knowing that everything will work out for you. You also create connections and unity with others. So if someone does come to you with issues, you wouldn't have a problem with trying to figure out the best solution for them to proceed, instead of them being in an Eight of Swords mindset. You probably encourage people to be authentic and to be themselves. So yeah, group 1, if this sounds like you, this sounds like the type of thing that you post on your social media, can you please give me a thumbs up and subscribe? I would greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile 2. Like I always say, if this wasn't enough information for you, or if you were called to go to another group, feel free to go ahead and choose one of those groups. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, because this is nighttime and you're probably going to watch this during the day. Whenever you watch this, enjoy the rest of whatever you going to enjoy. All right now. I'll see you later. Hi, group 2. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle your cards. Today we're doing a reading on what does your social media followers think of you, or how do they view you? How does your social media followers view you? Well, maybe you're funny. Maybe they have lots of different views of you. Of course, the only view about you that really matters is your own. And like I said before, if we get anything negative in these cards, I'm talking about them, period. Spirit, God's guardians, goddesses, so the periods, how it's good. How does group 2 social media? So group 2, the first card we got out was I am forgiven. So I'm going to pull all of your cards before I go into details of any of them. They might be out of order compared to how the first pile was set up. I'm doing it this way. That way you can see that I'm not just picking the card. Because I don't want nobody to think that I'm playing games with their emotions and whatnot. Because I don't want nobody to play with mine. Spirit, God's guardians, God's society, peers, how it's good. How does this group? 2, social media. Oh. Spirit, God's guardians, God's society. Peers, how it's good. How does group 2? And this card came out. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the last card. Spirit, God's guardians, God's society, peers, how it's good. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into your reading deck 2. Oh, and I had stopped to charge my phone and to cook, so you could post relaxing things, or are you relaxing, or you could post food. When you get good food, you could post that on your story as well. Okay, so the first card that we got out was I am forgiving. So maybe you also post, so maybe you post memes that's funny. Also deep memes talking about how your past is your past and how you wouldn't need to hold on to the turmoil and the pain, because it could cause built up resentment, which can prevent you from moving forward. So I believe you got this card because you know how to look to the future, and there's flowers in the background, so you probably understand that the fact that we went through certain things could give us seeds to plant to blossom something new, or a new beginning, for us to change and evolve in a way that will make us better and stronger in the end. So you don't hold on to things, and you know how to forgive yourself and also forgive others, so people can see that you are forgiving. So spontaneity. Do you like spontaneous adventures of the highest caliber? The only acceptable answer to this question is yes. So buckle up, Charlie. You're about to take a wild ride through the unexplored, unconventional, and underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magic word with the power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after-hour hangouts. Yes will lead you to experiencing things you didn't think possible, and teach you that long life friendships sometimes lurking just behind a karaoke singer's mother. So people can see that you're very adventurous, that you like to go into new places, so you take pictures of you taking new adventures. You probably go on vacations. You probably, like I said, you probably be out in nature a lot, since this card is green, and they see you with a crowd of people, or your friends or your family members a lot, so you could post that, and they can see that you have a good sense of humor, that you're very optimistic and usually pretty happy and down to earth. They could see like you doing different activities all the time, so they could be drawn to you because you do, like, you know, those people who post them going to do new things, or like skydiving one week, and then all of a sudden they're like canoeing, stuff like that, so they can see you doing new stuff and adventurous stuff, and that can draw them to your page. They could probably ask you, like, how can you afford all of these trips, or how can you afford to do all of these things? Or they probably wonder, they might not ask you anything, they just wonder how you could afford to do that. They could see that you're stable and that you have a good friendship mentality about you. You have good loyalty skills, and you're really family oriented as well, so they can see that on your social media. The next card, so this is the next card we have, Queen of Autumn, and this card is generous, stylish, gracious, practical. Be practical with respect to how you proceed, the ability to make anything more beautiful, meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. So yeah, people probably think that if they hang out with you and they be around you, that you will be a dream come true, that you can help them go on these adventures, that you can bring them stability, that you can bring them a great friendship or a great relationship and great loyalty. You could be very stylish. They could see that you dress up a lot, and on this picture even it has flowers in the background and it has a queen relaxing, so you probably show a lot of royalty and loyalty on your page. People probably get that vibe from you, that you are royalty with loyalty, and you know that's always, so you probably got mad likes on your page. Yeah, so you probably get a lot of likes on your page just because that's energy that draws people in, especially if you have abundance. People are naturally drawn to abundance and things that look rich. You could be a dancer, or you could also post your playlists or good music for people to go and check out. You probably give people like a sense of direction of like, oh, maybe you should go eat here. You probably tag the places that you go out to eat, or the places that you go visit on vacation, or whenever you take a trip, you probably go and post those and let people know about your experience on your social media, so people could be very interested in all of the different events and different hobbies that you have. In the next card we have rebirth and death. So this ties into I am forgiving, because of course, so this card ties into I am forgiving, because with that card, it's basically like a rebirth. Either you move forward with the changes that has happened or the pain that has happened, or you stay the same, or you stay stuck. So with I am forgiving, basically you're letting go of all of the past experiences so you can move forward in your future. So now the cards are repeating themselves again. I'm going to read key phrases for the death and the rebirth. Let me show you this card. So you know how to move forward, and you know how to evolve, and you know how to transform from any type of pain and any type of blocks that you ran into with your family members or loved ones or friends. So the key words for this card is endings, beginnings, cycles, transformation, transmutation, change, and growth. It says, let go of the past. The future is unknowable. Change is unavoidable. There is no going back. Allow yourself to mourn. Death, rebirth is a gradual process. Shed your skin. The dark night of the soul. Allow innocence to be reborn. Focus on the short-term future. A change in beliefs, attitude, or behavior. So yes, people see that you have grown from all the pain or anything that you went through, that you know how to be loyal and forgiving and loving towards the people that have hurt you, and you learned how to grow from it. Also, they see that you can relax when it's time, and also that you can celebrate, that you post like a lot of peaceful things, a lot of inviting things like food. You post food, you post nature, you post like your elegant look and your style and your, well, you could be a male as well, so they could think that you dress like a gentleman, or that you just dress up really nicely. Also, they can see that you post that you go on vacation, that you're spontaneous, that you're very happy, that you're outgoing. So yeah, your followers on your social media platforms probably look up to you. They probably take your advice and actually apply it to their own lives. Like I said, you could post different places where you get your hair done as well, where you groom yourself, and where you get your appearance up. You could give suggestions on food, places to go, things to do. And so basically your social media followers look up to you. So group 2, if you can relate to this, can you give me a thumbs up? Can you like, subscribe? That's the same. Well, that's the same thing, but either way it go. I appreciate you giving me your time today. Can you leave a comment down below? Hopefully you subscribe to me if this resonated with you. And I'm going to go ahead and move to group 3. Enjoy the rest of your night or the rest of your day. Alright, group 3. So, I'm going to shuffle and show you the cards that I get. And then I'm going to move on to doing your reading. And this reading is about how does your social media followers view you. The card is the 10 of Summer. Alrighty. How does group 3 that card is I release what doesn't serve me. Wow, I got that for the last group. So you could be coming from the last group. Well, no, that's from the first group. Excuse me, you could have been watching all the groups, which is definitely fine with me. So the last 2 cards didn't record. I thought I saved it, but when I just checked, it wasn't saved. But I got the Union card in the first deck for this certain deck of cards. And then that card came out with the Union card, which was in the first pile. And then this deck of cards. And then I got the 5 of Pentacles. And with the Sexual Tarot, I don't really look at the actual meaning in regular tarot, because it just gives a different feel than the original meaning of tarot for the 5 of Pentacles. Okay? Alrighty. So I'm kind of intuitively reading that one. So the first card we have is the 10 of Summer. An emotionally fulfilling life with family and friends. So, raising children wisely. People you can trust. Okay, so your followers and the people that's on your social media can see you as a very stable and abundant person. You and your family could look very wealthy and look nice and well put together. Y'all could celebrate holidays together. Could do different activities with your family and post it on your social media platforms. You could do different outings with your family members, like go fishing or just do different things out in nature, play games, like sing, like during Christmas, how people sing and stuff with their family, or have get-togethers. You could have get-togethers, and you could post that on your social media platform. They could see that. They could see how playful you are with your children and how involved you are with your children, and they could look up to that. They could look up to it, or they could admire how you interact with your children. They could see you being very involved with them and their activities and the things that they enjoy. And they see that your family life is really healthy, like your family is enjoyable, and that you can trust them. They're trustworthy people that you don't really have to worry about them backstabbing you or them being unloyal to you. So your followers can see abundant family life that you share, and that you also like to be outside in nature as well. You can share pictures of the sky, butterflies, and music that you enjoy. You probably post pictures of selfies and stuff, playing your favorite songs. Alrighty, so I release what doesn't serve me. So your social media platform sees that you release things that doesn't serve you. Um, of course, sometimes we outgrow things. They probably seen you post certain friends and family members on your page in the past, and they like wonder what happened to those people. Basically, you have released people that didn't serve you. You might not have publicly let it be known what happened between you and someone else, but they definitely don't see those people being posted in your pictures anymore. It could be friends or it could be family. Or you could have spoke about what have hurt you without directing it at someone, but you spoke about a situation and a scenario on your platform indirectly or maybe directly, through memes maybe, or through different things that people can find relatable without basically telling all the details of what happened, but they know that you have went through something, and you're not afraid to show that life isn't all 10 of summer. Life isn't always completely sweet, or life isn't always exactly how you want it to be, but you know how to release and move forward because you're strong. Apparently, everybody that's looking at these readings is strong, which is great. And it makes sense to have connections because then the 10 of summer is like family and friends connecting and enjoying nature and an outing together. I'm going to read it. I'm connected to the multitudes, and I can access their support at any time. Even a stranger offers a sense of comfort when they smile at me or make a dumb comment about the weather. Everyone is waiting to connect. All I need to do is open myself up and pay attention. Then it says, note to self, work on witty Botner about weather related stuff. So people can see like that you have deep connections with your friends and your family. They notice that you have moved on and moved forward, and you're willing to meet new people and connect with new people. They can see that you like to go out. Perhaps you like to go out to eat, or you just like to go out in nature. You like to go out with your friends and family, or you like to go to your family's houses. So a lot of families have get-togethers on certain days of the week, so people could see that you like to connect basically with others, that you're a very social person. Okay, and then we have this card. This card is very fruitful, so you could be very wise. People could see that you're wise and that you're knowledgeable of a lot of things. Although you're sociable, although you're sociable, you still enjoy your alone time. You're probably into meditation. You know the process of how it is to go through different phases, basically, because this card has like spring. Excuse me. This card has like spring, and fall, summer, and it has all its chakras. So you probably know a lot about spirituality. You could be a very spiritual person. Your social media could see that you're very spiritual. So you're multifaceted. You have different sides to you. So although you like to be sociable and you like to connect with others, you also like to connect with the divine and connect with yourself. So you could meditate and definitely love nature. You could like snakes, could be into snakes or into creatures, most creatures that people are afraid of. Let me show you this card again. And I'm going to read the key phrases or key words. Meditation, grounding, connection, cycles, change, interactions, purification, stress. So of course, like with this card, it shows like how you release pain and stress and you move forward. And this card shows connections. And so does this one, of course, shows connections as well. Alrighty, so let me read the key phrases. It says, get out into nature, let Gaia heal you, connection between self and the world. All is connected and has influence. Address the stress. That's what the release, what doesn't serve you. People see that you address stress and you move forward. So meditation, instill your mind, or meditate and still your mind. Put down tech toys. Time to physically interact and connect. So you know how to step away from your devices and enjoy the moment and live in the moment and live in the present time. Even though you know how cycles in the past work, you know how to move forward and let go of those things so that you can connect in the present, which is, that's pretty cool. Like it's kind of hard for some people to live in the present moment. Everybody likes to dwell in the past, or they are stuck on what's going to happen in the future, so it makes it hard for them to live in the present moment. So let's see. So you live life day by day. Your followers could see that you go with the flow as well, that you don't really stress yourself out too. You don't really stress yourself out too much about things that you can't change. And that's probably because you go into nature and you meditate and you get time to yourself so that you can make the best move for yourself. Because once you do those steps and you connect with the divine, it's easier to move forward and it's easier to let go. It's easier to forgive. It's easier to enjoy. So people can see that your spiritual practices is actually working for you for the period's highest good for you and the people that surround you, and they're inspired by that. They want to be able to move forward. They want to be able to be centered, and they want to be able to be grounded and connect and live in the present moment. They can see that you put your phone away and sometimes step away from social media, so they could see you one day and then they don't see you for a while, but you're always evolving when you're behind the scenes, basically. So the next card we have is the Five of Pentacles. And as you can see in this Five of Pentacles, it's not anybody being left out or abandoned. Usually that's what the Five of Pentacles mean, that there's people that's left out in the coding that's abandoned. So maybe in the past, people could have put the clues together. Maybe you didn't say exactly that the people that you left behind made you feel abandoned and made you feel unwanted or unloved in some type of way, or betrayed you in some type of way. So they probably just put the clues together that happened to you. But now they can see that you're enjoying yourself and you're enjoying your life. You could have a new partner or in search of a new partner. You could be someone that's very romantic. Also, like I said before, you could post nature. You could post music. You dancing as well. You could be someone who loves to dress. You could love to dress up and you could love to go out. Your followers could see those things. And they could see that you embrace your loved ones and the people that you still have in your life and your children that you're currently building. So you sometimes may step back, but you're only off of social media because you're in the process of growing and transforming. So these are things that your followers on your social media platform see and how they view you. Which, I mean, it sounds pretty great. It sounds like life, really. But it sounds like you're basically going with the flow and you're evolving and you're spiritual and you're doing all the things that you need to do to make sure you reach your highest ability. So I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all of the groups. So if you resonated with this reading, can you please subscribe? Give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know how you felt about this reading. I will be posting more readings soon, so I definitely hope you subscribe. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday, or whichever day that you view this, because there's going to be a timeless reading, of course. Whenever you watch it is when you meant to watch it. At least that's what I think about every reading that I watch. It could be posted 2 years ago, but if it's new to me, it's new to me. So, once again, thank you for your time. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. I appreciate your time, and I hope that you have a good weekend. See you later.